Alright guys, going to this game, we've got two teams that are in the wild picture, of course, going at it tonight. It's a big game because, the Seahawks are on life support, guys. Kind of like that. Here we go, though. Week 13 is about to start. Here's the preview for Thursday night. Of course, please like and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoy the Week 13 Thursday Night Football preview. We've got a huge game on tap. We're in the NFC with a between wildcard teams. Of course, Cowboys coming at 8-3, winners of 3 in a row against bad teams, all at basically all at home. Not really though. Seahawks 6-5. Obviously, they are in life support, losing back-to-back games in division. Yeah, this is a game they really need to really show up in because if they don't, they're gonna get their absolute butt spanked. Because obviously the Cowboys, big news, obviously, 13-game winning streak. They've won the last 5 by at least 20 points. They blow out bad teams, and they played all bad teams at home, so there you go. That's what I got to say. But obviously, they're coming off a win in which Deron Bland, their, honestly, Defensive Player of the Year candidate, had his 5th pick 6 of the year, which ties in, which breaks, of course, the all-time NFL record. Seahawks, of course, again, coming off a loss to the Niners last Thursday. Of course, both these teams played last Thursday in ugly fashion. The game's at 8:15 on Amazon Prime Video and NFL Plus. Again, you can stream the pregame at 7 and as well the postgame right after with some pretty cool interviews. I think they might have Dude Perfect on. I don't know for sure though. Looking at what is called the announcers for this game, as always, it will be Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, and Kaylee Harting. And if you're listening to on the radio for whatever reason, Kevin Kugler and Tony Baselli are on the call for that. And let's look into what is it called the games they played, obviously, the past, recent history. So last time, they've actually played in Seattle 2 of the last 3 times, and when they played in Seattle, back in 2018, they won, the Seahawks won 24-13. Obviously, this was all with Russell Wilson. And then in 2019, they played in that wild card round, infamously, where the Cowboys were able to win 24-22. It was a very good game. Obviously, Zeke popped off, and the Seahawks, think it was like a 4th down, something like that. Then they lost the game, and again, they Cowboys offense really shut down that running game. And then, of course, the last time they played was in 2020, where the Seahawks put up 38 points, and Russell Wilson had a downright unbelievable game with 5 touchdowns. He threw 3 to Tyler Lockett. Of course, DK Metcalf caught that touchdown. Should have had another one, but it went in the back of the end zone. So, yeah, that's kind of the history these two teams have had. Obviously, this game is probably even bigger than all those games, considering they were played earlier in the season. But again, last time they played in Dallas was way back in 2019 in that 2018 NFL playoff wildcard game. So, Seahawks might be looking to get some revenge. They're going to have to play a hell of a game to win this one. Again, in Dallas against a red-hot team. But, again, they've only played bad teams. So, who knows what's going to happen. Let's get right in the Seahawks starting lineup. And for Seattle, Geno Smith, the quarterback. Drew Lock is his backup. Kenneth Walker is doubtful with the oblique injury. So, Zach Charbonnet, DJ Dallas will probably be expected to run the ball a lot. DK Metcalf, Tyler Lockett, JSN receiver Jake Bobo also there. Diaz Scrooge and De'Aaron Young, both back receivers, are either questionable or doubtful with this game. Will Disley, the 3rd string tight end, now is questionable. Noah Fant, Kobe Parkinson are the starters, though. Nick Ballore is their fullback. Charles Cross, Damian Lewis, Evan Brown, Anthony Bradford, and Abraham Lucas are across the offensive line with backup. Phil Haynes, no, honestly, he's probably a starter. Phil Haynes on IR. Defensively, Draymond Jones, Jerron Reed, Leonard Williams, of course, their trade acquisition is questionable. Mario Edwards Jr. is behind him. Brian Moan is still on the PUP list with Latrell Bumpus and Mike Morris, 2 defensive linemen, both on IR. Boyo Mafe, Darrell Taylor, Frank Clark, and Derek Hall are the edge rushers. Joshua Angeliter, whatever that guy's name is, and Uchenna Nwosu, of course, their number 1 pass rusher. Well, we will see, both on IR. Drake Thomas, the linebacker, is also on IR with Jordan Brooks and Bobby Wagner starting. Devon Witherspoon, Reek Woolen, Trey Brown, Michael Jackson, and corner Kobe Bryant also there. He's all the way back in 5th. That's crazy. Andrew Whitaker, another corner, is on IR. Jamal Adams and Quandre Diggs are their safeties. Jarek Reed is on IR as well at free safety. Jason Myers is their kicker. Their punter is Michael Dixon. Diaz Scrooge, again, he's questionable. So Zach Charbonnet could be doing the kick returning duties with DJ Dallas doing the punt returning stuff. And Chris Stoll is also their long snapper. And for the Cowboys, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Cooper Rush is his backup, Tony Pollard, Rico Dowdle in the backfield, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks, Michael Gallup, receiver, David Durden is on IR, so you'll definitely see a lot of Jake Ferguson and Luke Schoonmaker at tight end. Hunter Lubicki is your fullback, Tyler Smith, Tyler Biadasz, or something like that. Zach Martin and Terrence Steele across the offensive line. Matt Wajiko and Josh Ball, both backup offensive linemen on IR, with DeMarcus Lawrence, Dorrance Armstrong, Ozo Odigizua, and Jonathan Hankins across the defensive line. What is called LVE and Bellamy Foco Jr. both on IR, as well as DeMarvion Overshown. Marquise Bell, of course, the starting middle linebacker with Damone Clark and Micah Parsons outside of him. Of course, Micah Parsons also a pass rusher. Savon Gilmore, Jordan Lewis, and Deron Bland at corner. CJ Goodwin and Trayvon Diggs both on IR, with Jaron Kearse and Mike Hooker at corner. At safety, my bad. Brandon Aubrey is your kicker. Your punter is Brian Anger. Kevontae Turpin is your returner, and Trent Sieg's your long snapper. And what I want to see from the Seahawks offense is getting ahead early on those basically getting on the early downs, taking advantage of them with those slip screens. They were in a couple of them last week. They had a little success there, but honestly, that's how this offense is going to survive. And low risk underneath completions to Tyler Lockett and DK, not just for fantasy, but also to again move the football. Force Deron Bland to play a flat zone to cover JSN out of a bunch, which we'll get to in a second. So first part of this, it's a mouthful. It's like this, but if Deron Bland has to basically get in a pressure situation where he has to basically either take the JSN underneath or to cause confusion for the other corner/linebacker to cover the receiver out on the boundary, that won't be good. So the main goals of this is to keep Deron Bland on JSN. You do not want him to back off, because then he'll have JSN underneath and he'll be a sitting duck for one of these linebackers. So if you get JSN in the flat, Deron Bland takes him, these linebackers won't be able to cover who else is in the bunch. Again, whether it's one of your fast tight ends or one of your running backs even. Again, more favorably like Jake Bobo or something, even though he's just as fast as a tight end. That's how your offense will be able to beat him, because again, he's very good man corner, one of the better. Actually, he's been the best in the league this year. But Cowboys running that much man, that's how you beat that. But you got to get the ball out quick, because the guy's gonna get to Geno otherwise. And for this defense, 5 sacks in the second half. There's not much of margin for error for them, because again, their offense is gonna have a tough game. So if they 5 sacks is crazy, but if they can really just explode and make it hard on that Cowboys offense just to move the football or breathe it all, that is how they get this offense a little breathing room themselves. Make Tony Pollard bounce outside instead of letting him climb the hole, and then bouncing, because that's what he's been able to do the past couple weeks. Again, getting to that second level, then cutting it outside. You really want him to have to do it right off the bat. And Devon Witherspoon drawing flags on CeeDee Lamb when he contacts it at the top of his routes. You watch CeeDee Lamb on some of his routes. He's not the best route runner in the league by any means. He's a pretty fast dude, obviously, and he's got good hands and good awareness. But again, not the most talented route runner. So, that's how you do it. Devon Witherspoon can do a good job not playing as aggressive and making CD seem like the aggressor. Maybe even flopping once or twice. That is how he'll draw those flags. Again, you saw the Commanders corner last week. They did a terrible job with that. Again, if Devon Witherspoon can do that, not only will CeeDee Lamb not get open, but it'll cost his team. Now that's all I got for the Seahawks, guys. Now let's look at the Cowboys. And for Dallas, Cowboys offense. Oh, that's a ton. Okay. Bring the momentum of a crack block inside when Tyler Smith pulls, so that Dak can flip out to a curl or flat off those runs. So basically, crack back from Tyler Smith, who of course has been a phenomenal blocker this year, and then pull so Dak can easily flip it out to a curl route that can get a good gain, or to the flat on some of those run again, RPO stuff like that. Again, if that offense can be efficient like that, they'll have a pretty easy day. Meanwhile, for this defense, Stephon Gilmore getting 4+ reps with less than 2.5 yards of separation allowed in total in man. Basically, this means, again, if you took 4 of his reps from a game, like any random reps, he should not be getting over 2.5 yards of separation. Again, if he can really stick there in man, it'll do a lot of justice to all these other corners. Mega blitzing from a deep stance on third and medium. Basically, I wouldn't say blitzing per se, but again, showing that he at least can pop out in coverage, which means that obviously he'll have some advantages there. Again, from a deep stance, again, that's a little risky, but since it's third and long, they're probably going to throw the football. And pull over Sam Williams to 4-eye third to make it hard for not Zach Martin, but he's on the same team. But for Anthony Bradford to shut down the anticipated lane that he will take. Obviously, Sam Williams going up against a young dude. Again, Sam Williams is young himself, but he is smart enough to manipulate Anthony Bradford to try and take the wrong hole, and then obviously Sam Williams to use his leverage to get to Geno, and that is all I got for the Cowboys defense, guys, and that's all I got for the Week 13 Thursday Night Football preview. Hope you guys enjoyed the game. Again, massive one. I'll see you for the recap tomorrow.
Wilson. Wide open for the touchdown is Lockett. Tyler Lockett has his 3rd of the game.
But they're man here, and you're going to see how they run And then, but they don't man up on Lockett coming across the other way. So that's why there's just nobody then there in coverage.